Like lovers on their honeymoon, the altcoin market cap is exploding massively, setting a new all-time high and beyond. Its many altcoins breached their all-time highs in just the last few hours. Is this truly the best time to be sitting in altcoins in history? White boy summer, more like altcoin summer. And once again, Bitcoin approaches the critical crunch zone it has been rejected from like a no-coiner on a dating app. They say money doesn't buy happiness, but to me, that just sounds like something a no-coiner would say. Welcome back, everyone! I'm your host, Fish and Chips, and is that a salmon in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Absolutely insane. So guys, we're going to be jumping into a lot of different topics today, but primarily, the altcoins are just absolutely ramping up, and it's becoming closer and closer than ever to summer of 2021. And do I expect this summer to be a white boy summer or an altcoin gainer summer? Let's just say a moongasm is in our futures. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to and with you, let's jump in. Unbelievable. So undoubtedly, the talk of the town has been altcoins, altcoins, altcoins. However, a very interesting development that we're seeing here is that Bitcoin is now retesting that critical 57.5 to $58,000 level for the first time in a little bit, a few days here. But guys, this we have not had a daily close above 58,000 since we were plummeting through it back in the kind of like the middle of April. So this is really big for Bitcoin. And this will be very interesting to see here, because if Bitcoin is able to actually break these levels, actually break 58,000, 57.5, 58,000 and hold there, let's get this daily close above there, then we can maybe start expecting Bitcoin to go on an absolute rampage. And guys, this chart absolutely illustrates it very well. Look what Bitcoin has been doing ever since the end of February. Just really trading sideways. Realistically, it's just been trading sideways. We got two new all-time highs after that initial high back on February 21st of like 58,000. Okay, we get very slight all-time highs, but for the most part, this is just Bitcoin trading sideways. So Bitcoin's kind of been out of commission in terms of maximum gainers and maximum excitement for over 2 months now, and is this the beginning of a return? Okay, I'm not convinced at all yet, but we just have to anticipate this. Is this going to actually be a break above this 21 50-day moving average after this bearish cross, where we can start cementing a new higher high here instead of these lower highs? Or is this just a massive fake out? But again, the talk of the town is undoubtedly the altcoins, which as of today, yet again, set another new all-time high. When you're living through it day by day, it's you got to take it one pump at a time, as they say. But realistically, guys, we're in a pretty strong uptrend, very, very clearly. Ever since we bottomed back at the end of April, like the last week of April, April 23rd-ish, it has been very much to the upside. And I think this upside move has a long way to go. I've been saying for weeks now, I think, we're going to start blasting up. I said we're going to hit 1.5 trillion. Guys, I said we're going to hit 1.5 trillion in the month of May. I said that like last week, I think. And we're already extremely close to that. So we might have to be upping those numbers here. 1.5 trillion looks like right about here on this chart. Seeing that play out on here is not very drastic. Over the next month, it's almost, some people would say that's guaranteed. So yeah, with that being said, we could have these predictions blown out of the water. And something that I said even prior to that was about altcoins taking up $3 to $4 trillion in valuation during this bull cycle. Guys, that very well also could be a very low estimate. If we just take this on the weekly chart, okay, this is what altcoins did back from 2015, 16, 17, and topping out in 2018, the very beginning of 2018. And if altcoins only hit a measly 4 or 5, let's round up to 5 trillion, this is what this entire alt cycle would look like. Not even that impressive, honestly. So 5 trillion, this is what the chart would look like if that would be the case, just right here, okay? That is not very high. So I do find it very likely that over the next 1 to 2 months, some of these predictions that myself and many other people have made are very likely to have been very lowball estimates, meaning everything that I've been saying in terms of how high this market could go and everything a lot of people have been saying about how high this market could go could very easily and very, very quickly be proven low estimates, meaning we could blow right past so many of these estimates. And I'm not trying to get too moon boyish here, but guys, I've experienced some of these cycles. I've experienced this market very much for the last like 5 years at this point. And the one thing that seems to be proven time and time again is that expectations can get blown out of the water. And one of the best examples of this, in my opinion, obviously, Dogecoin is probably not going. I mean, it cannot stay at these valuations forever. It's inflationary, so the amount of money that would need to be constantly flowing into Dogecoin for it to keep exploding like this is absolutely absurd. It was built to be inflationary. It was built to be more so a currency that you spend, not a currency that you just keep stacking like Bitcoin. Right? Bitcoin's deflationary. Dogecoin is inflationary. So long term, it's just not sustainable in my opinion. However, with that being said, nobody could have anticipated that we would actually be seeing a 60-cent Dogecoin by, the first couple of months of 2021. I guess maybe the only people that were anticipating it were people on TikTok that have never looked at a chart on their life, but lo and behold, they ended up being right on this circumstance. Also, they have like the world's richest man, Elon Musk, constantly pumping it, so that helps as well. But basically, the point is, never say never, okay? At this point, I personally do think we are going to be seeing a $1 Dogecoin, okay? At this point, I think that's inevitable. Whether or not it stays there, I don't think it's going to stay there. I don't think it'll be there very long. In fact, I could see a scenario where we get up to like 95 cents or 99 cents and then come plummeting down. But if you have a basic understanding of Dogecoin, you understand that it will not be able to stay at these valuations. It makes no sense. But anyway, the point is, never say never. I do think we're going to be seeing a $1 Dogecoin. And with that being said, I do think it is possible we could absolutely explode past a $5 trillion altcoin market cap rather quickly. This thing can get parabolic, and we have not seen any parabolic moves just yet in the entire altcoin market. For example, if we go back, let's put it on a weekly chart for this, and we go back to the beginning of 2017, or like the middle of 2017 to the end of 2018. This chart was literally for months and months at a time, just actually going straight up. And that was after already having some really nice movement beforehand, for years beforehand, many, many, many months beforehand. And so my point is here, if we replicate anything like that, guys, we could be seeing I don't want to get too crazy here, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 trillion altcoin market cap at some point. Again, not saying that would be sustainable in the short term either. That would probably also initiate a mega crash at some point. But realistically, you take those gains and then transpose them onto your alt portfolio, and we have the possibility here, again, it's only a possibility, but we have the possibility of seeing some of the craziest altcoin gainers that we could ever imagine. It's absolutely insane. And as well, is Ethereum done? Well, Ethereum has actually had a pretty nice rebound so far, and we've already hit a very nice target above 3,500, which came extremely quickly. We were talking, right under 3,000. Then basically the next day we were at 3,500. So that's another example of how quickly these markets can move. And guys, this is not some, garbage $1 million market cap cryptocurrency. This is literally the second biggest cryptocurrency that exists. So the amount of money that it takes to do that, it obviously exists because it happened, and it happened in a 24-hour time period. So with Ethereum, I don't think we've actually gotten a signal just yet that there's a top. I do think we could be seeing some higher prices here. But if Bitcoin starts to really move, then more likely than not, some of these alts might get slowed down temporarily. We've seen alts and the entire altcoin market cap do very well over the past few weeks, and that is specifically because Bitcoin has been losing dominance and Bitcoin has been trading sideways. Now, Bitcoin dominance is still, it set a new low today, but currently it's kind of at where it opened up today. So it had a pretty nice little drop below 46. Now it's back above 46% dominance. But there's still no signs, in my opinion, that the Bitcoin dominance is reversing yet. I don't see that happening. It still looks to me like alts are very much in control, even though Bitcoin's having a mega bounce here. But again, this is decision time because, as we've been saying, if Bitcoin can flip this level, 57.5 to 58,000, I've been saying that exact same level for weeks and weeks and weeks, months at this point, because it's so critical. If we actually do flip that, then we could see Bitcoin absolutely come back into charge. But again, this is the critical moment. Does Bitcoin have the juice to do it? I'm going to give you my opinion. I don't think Bitcoin has the juice to do it right now. I personally think another few weeks. But I would not be upset if I was wrong. I have, like many of you know, like 40, maybe like 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, then this milkman makes some money. And as well, we saw Chainlink hit new all-time highs overnight above $50 for the first time in history. It's my number 3 bag, many of you know as well. Bitcoin, Ethereum, then Chainlink, and then a bunch of other coins. But then we also have, I think, ADA. No, it didn't hit a new all-time high, but it's the highest that it's been in quite a long time. So it'll be interesting to see if that keeps up. Again, we saw Dogecoin is up a lot. We have DOT actually, trying to get back above that 21-day moving average. Some of these top coins here. Uniswap actually as well, right underneath its all-time high, so looking pretty strong. And overall, I think this will be looked back upon as the summer of altcoins 100%. So that is very, very exciting if you are indeed holding some altcoins.
Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, time-sensitive updates.
And as well, guys, if you're interested, make sure to get yourself them hardware wallets. I haven't actually looked to see if anyone's been clicking those links in a few weeks, so I guess I'll do that since I just reminded myself to see if any of you guys are actually getting the hardware wallets. Because again, it's the safest way to store crypto. If you have less than $1,000 in crypto, then maybe don't get one. But if you have a couple thousand buckaroonies in crypto, then I think it makes the sense to spend $100 or $200 on a nice hardware wallet to keep that stuff safe. Keep your private keys so you can never actually get your keys stolen, and some crazy bonuses as well for trading, only if you're a savage. I never recommend trading more than like just a couple percent of your portfolio max. Most of my cryptos sit for years and years and just accumulate massive value, but I do find it very fun to just do little trades here and there with small amounts. And the littler the trade, the less emotion is involved, and I find that makes for better trades as well when you're less emotionally involved or invested in your trades.
Good day for you, do. This is for me, bang bang.